Today on Brett's Brain, we're going to talk about the content and the cadence you should have when sending out updates to the key stakeholders of your business, and specifically your mentors, investors, and advisors. And really, this is talking about those people that you want to keep engaged over the long haul for your company. It's people that have already invested, you want to invest eventually, have a Rolodex that you want to tap, or people that can give you great mentorship and advice. Manage who's on your list because you do send out some sensitive information. But don't just send this to your core investors. Otherwise, you're missing out on all these other meetings and great people that might want to be engaged and might want to help. You should also make sure that you're really transparent. Put real numbers in there, put real things in there. The updates that I get that are just real high level, more marketing type updates, I don't even read them because they don't matter. I want to know what's really going on with your company. So manage the risk on who you include on your list, not in what you send out. Make it worthwhile. The next tip is make sure you do this. This is honestly one of the biggest differentiators between entrepreneurs is who's great at communicating. A lot of them don't send an update. I prefer monthly. Some people do it quarterly, but at a minimum, you should send a quarterly update, in my personal opinion. The reason most entrepreneurs don't do it is because they're worried about how time consuming it is. They're worried about having to write a giant story that's 100 pages long. And honestly, that's just not the case. In fact, I don't want to read that. I want a quick bulleted update. And you only really need to include 5 things. The first is a business overview, quick 2 to 3 sentences of what you've been doing recently, but just a really, really quick synopsis of the business. Second thing is a highlight. What went really well? Again, 2 to 3 sentences of something that went really well since the last time you sent an update. The next is a low light. What went really poorly since last time you talked to me? Again, 2 to 3 sentences. Next, and probably most important, if you have nothing else in this update, it's a KPI update. What are your key performance indicators and how are they trending? 3 to 5 things, 100% numbers based that are measurable, that we should be able to see progress. And finally, the reason you're sending this update is for help and to get help. So make asks and make your asks specific. Don't do general asks. We want introductions to anybody in the food industry. You're never going to make that happen. Ask, hey, we are hiring for this specific role. We're looking for candidates. We would like an introduction to this specific company. I would love an introduction if you know anybody. We would love an introduction to this investor. We would like advice on pricing our new enterprise level SaaS model. Really, really specific asks tend to get help. If they're more basic and broad, they tend not to get responses. It's a bit counterintuitive, but that's the way it works. So make your asks specific. Do those 5 things in your update, and you're going to make your investors, your stakeholders really happy. And more importantly, you're going to get more help.